Hi students, welcome back to this video classes. So in the last video we completed exercise 3.2. So in this video I am going to explain exercise 3.3 sums. Let us see the first question. Solve the following pair of linear equations by the substitution method. Here pair of equations are given. So we solve that pair of linear equations by substitution method. So in the last classes already we discussed this method to substitution method. Okay. So first write down the given equations. Given equations are x plus y is equal to 14. This is we taken as first equation, and x minus y is equal to 4. This is the second equation, and we solve these two equations by substitution method. Okay, so what is the first step in the substitution method? From the given two equations, let us choose any one equation, and from that equation we can present one variable in terms of the other variable. Here from the given two equations, here I choose first equation, that is x plus y is equal to 14. So from 1, and in this first equation here I present x in terms of y. That means here I transpose this plus y to right side. We obtain, when you transpose this y to right side, then x is equal to 14 minus y. So this is the first step in the substitution method. From the given two equations we can choose any one equation, and from that equation we can present any one variable in terms of the other variable. So from the given two equations, here I choose first equation, and in that first equation I choose x in terms of y. This is first step. Now substitute this x in the second equation. Here we get this x from the first equation, so substitute this x in the second equation. Substituting this value in equation 2, then we get, in the second equation instead of x substitute this value. Here the second equation is x minus y is equal to 4. Okay, so instead of x, if you take that value, then it changes to 14 minus y is equal to 4. Now simplify. So when you complete this second step, then the second equation is completely changes to a linear equation in one variable. Okay, now solve it. 14 minus y, it is equal to minus 2y is equal to 4. So when you transpose this 14 to right side, minus 2y is equal to 4 minus 14. Minus 2y is equal to minus 10. So y is equal to minus 10 by minus 2. Then y is equal to 5. Yes. In the given two equations, here we get one variable value, y is equal to 5. Now substitute this y value in equation 1 or 2, or you can substitute that y value in equation 3 also. Already we present x in terms of y now, so we can substitute this y value in this equation also, no problem. Or we can substitute this y value either 1 or 2, no problem. Here I am substituting y is equal to 5 in equation 3. Then we get So here what is the equation 3? X is equal to 14 minus y. So instead of y, if you take 5, then x is equal to 14 minus 5, then x is equal to 9. Okay, so therefore here the solution is x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 5. So this is the solution of the first equation. Here we are solving these two equations by substitution method. So in this substitution method, the first step is from the given two equations, you can choose any one equation and you can present any one variable in terms of the other variable. Okay, and then we substitute that variable value in the other equation, and from that equation we find one variable value, and substituting that variable value either in equation 1 or 2 or 3, we get another variable value. So this is the substitution method. Let's come to the second one. Here the second equation is s minus t is equal to 3 and s by 3 plus t by 2 is equal to 6. Is there any difference in the first pair and the second pair? Yeah, there is small difference. In the first pair, if you are observe the coefficients of the variable, all are integers. But when you are come to the second pair, in the second equation, the coefficients of the variables are rational numbers, but that means they are in p by q form. Okay, so we can solve these two equations like this also, or first we change these rational coefficients to integral coefficients and simplify it. That is one method. My suggestion is better to change this rational coefficient to integral coefficients. That is a better way to solve these two equations. So first equation, s minus 2 is equal to 3. Yeah, here the all coefficients are all coefficients are integral coefficients, there is no problem. But in the second equation, the two coefficients are rational coefficients, so that's why first we change them into integral coefficients by finding the LCM. Okay, let's start our solution. First write down the given equations. S minus t is equal to 3, and the second this is the first equation, and the second equation is s by 3 plus t by 2 is equal to 6. Actually this is the second equation, but first we present this equation with integral coefficients. So to get that, find the LCM of the denominators. Here the LCM is 6 and the numerator is 2s plus 3t is equal to 6. So that implies 2s plus 3t is equal to 6. When you transpose this 6 to right side, so it divides. So when you transpose to right side, it multiplies. So 6 36. Now let us take, this is the second equation, and observe the second equation. All are integral coefficient. There is no rational coefficient. There is no p by q form. Okay, all are integral coefficient. Now you solve first equation and second equation by substitution method. Follow the same steps. In this substitution method, first step is choose any one equation. Here I choose first equation, that is s minus t is equal to 3. So from this equation, I present s in terms of t. That means I transpose this minus t to right side. So when I transpose it to right side, we obtain s is equal to 3 plus t. Now substituting s is equal to 3 plus t in equation 2, then we get, here I am presenting this s value from the first equation though, so that's why I substitute this s value in second equation. Then we get, here the second equation is 2s plus 3t is equal to 36. So instead of s, we are taken 3 plus t. So 2s means 2 into s. S means it is equal to 3 plus t plus 3t is equal to 36. Okay, now simplify this equation. 2 into 3, 6 plus 2t plus 3t is equal to 36. 6 plus 2t plus 3t, 5t is equal to 36. So 5t is equal to, when you transfer the 6 to right side, it changes to minus 6. So 5t is equal to 36 minus 6, 30. T is equal to 30 by 5. T is equal to 30 by 5, it is equal to 6. So T is equal to 6. Now substitute this T either in equation 1 or 2, or if you are take this S is equal to 3 plus T as equation 3, or substitute this T in equation 3 also. Substituting T in equation 3, then we get, here the equation 3 is S is equal to 3 plus T, so it is equal to 3 plus 6, S is equal to 9. So therefore the solution is S is equal to 9 and T is equal to 6. So this is the second one. And when you come to the third pair, here third pair is 3x minus y is equal to 3 and 9x minus 3y is equal to 9. Now we solve these two equations by substitution method. Okay, first we write down the two equations. Given equations, 3x minus y is equal to 3 and 9x minus 3y is equal to 9. This is the first equation and this is the second equation. Okay, follow the steps. Choose any one of these two equations. Okay, here I choose first equation. We obtain, okay, from this first equation express any one variable value in terms of the another variable. So as usual here I present x in terms of y. So that's why first I transpose this y term to right side. So 3x is equal to 3 plus y, but I want x is equal to, but there is a factor, there is a coefficient of x, so transpose this 3 to right side, then x is equal to 3 plus y by 3. Okay, now substituting this x value in equation 2, we are getting this x value from the first equation, so that's why we can substitute this x value in the second equation. Okay, we obtain, yeah, here the second equation is 9 into x minus 3y is equal to 9. So 9 into x, so 9 into 3 plus y by 3 minus 3y is equal to 9. Now simplify this. 9 3 times, so 3 into 3 plus y, 3 3 is a 9 plus 3 into y, 3y minus 9y is equal to 9. So plus 3y minus 3y cancel, so 9 is equal to 9. Do you observe anything here? Here something is there, 9 is equal to 9, so this statement is always true. Then where is the variable value? Actually when you complete this step, we get one value of the variable, we get one variable value of the pair of equations, but here where is that variable value? Here 9 is equal to 9. This is a true statement. This is true for all real values. Okay, so what is the problem? Just observe the given equations. Do you say anything? Yeah, when you observe the given equations and if you find the ratios of coefficients of the corresponding terms means a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, the ratios are equal. Let us observe. a1 by a2 means 3 by 9, it is equal to 1 by 3, and b1 by b2 means minus 1 by minus 3, it is equal to 1 by 3, and c1 by c2 it is equal to 3 by 9, it is also equal to 1 by 3. So here a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. The three ratios are equal. So if the three ratios are equal, what happened? Given pair of the graphical representation of given pair of linear equations is coincident lines, and the two equations have infinitely many common solutions. Okay, here what is the solution of this pair? There is infinitely many solutions. Okay, and if you present one solution, yes, we can take any y value. If y is equal to 0, then x is equal to 3 plus 0 by 3, it is equal to 3 by 3, it is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 0 is one solution. Like that you can prepare so many solutions, and this solution is also this x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 0, it is also a solution of the second equation also. If you have doubt, check it. If x is equal to 1, 9 into 1 9, minus 3 into 0 0, so 9 minus 0 it is equal to 9, and it is satisfied. So like that you can prepare infinitely many solutions, but here we present at least one solution. So one solution is x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 0. So before applying this algebraic method, first we verify the ratios of the corresponding terms of the given two equations. Okay, so in case if the three ratios are equal, then we clearly present the given equations, the given pair of linear equations has infinitely many solutions. So from that infinite solutions we can present any one solution. If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2, then what I meant? The graphical representation is parallel lines. The pair of linear equations has no solution. We clearly present that. If a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then the pair of linear equations has unique solution. Then you can apply this algebraic method. So before applying that algebraic method, first roughly we verify the ratios of the corresponding terms. Okay, let's come to the fourth pair. Here the fourth pair is 0.2 into x plus 0.3 into y is equal to 1.3, and the second equation is 0.4 into x plus 0.5 into y is equal to 2.3. Okay, so first write down the given equations and observe the coefficients of given equations. Given equation 0.2x plus 0.3 into y is equal to 1.3, and the second equation is 0.4 into x plus 0.5 into y is equal to 2.3. And if you are observe the given two equations, all coefficients are decimals. They are the decimal numbers. Better to change these decimals to integral coefficients. Okay, why? Because they are the equations, you can do anything. So that's why better to change these two equations with integral coefficients. So to change them, simply you multiply the first equation by 10 and the second equation by 10. Why? Because in that all coefficients decimal part we have only one digit. That's why here I multiply the first equation by 10 and the second equation by 10. Okay, there is a multiplication property. Okay, so when you multiply the first equation by 10, 0.2 into x into 10, it is equal to 2x. Okay, plus 0.3 into y into 10, it is equal to 3y, is equal to 1.3 into 10, it is equal to 13. So this is the first equation, and 0.4x into 10, it is equal to 4x, plus 0.5 into y into 10, it is equal to 5y, is equal to 2.3 into 10, it is equal to 20. This is the second equation. Now apply the substitution method of these two equations. So first step, you can choose any one equation from the given two equations. Generally here from the beginning I am taken only first equation. So from the first equation, and present one variable value in terms of another variable. So every time here I present x in terms of y. Here also I am doing the same. So first equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 13. So when I transpose this 3y to right side, then 2x is equal to 13 minus 3y. Then x is equal to 13 minus 3y by 2. So let us take this is as third equation and substituting x is equal to 13 minus 3y by 2 in equation 2. So here the equation 2 is 4x plus 5y is equal to 20. So when I substitute this x value in equation 2, then 4 into 13 minus 3y by 2 plus 5y is equal to 20. So 2 times. So 2 into 13, 26 minus 2 into 3, 6y plus 5y is equal to 20. Okay. 26 minus 6y plus 5y minus y is equal to 20. So minus y is equal to 20 minus 26. So minus y is equal to 20 minus 26 minus 6. So y is equal to 6. So this is the, so there is a small mistake. 2.3 into 10, it is equal to 23 na. So I did one mistake here. So it's 23. Now this is 23. This is 23. This is 23. So this is 23. So 23 minus 26, it is equal to minus 3, and y is equal to 3. Okay. Next, substituting y in equation 3. So when I substitute this y in equation 3, here the third equation is x is equal to 13 minus 3y by 2. So x is equal to 13 minus 3y means 3 into 3 by 2. So it is equal to 13 minus 9 by 2. 13 minus 9, it is equal to 4 by 2. It is equal to 2. So therefore solution is x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. So this is the solution. And the next one is, next pair is root 2x plus root 3y is equal to 0. Root 3x minus root 8y is equal to 0. So this is the fifth pair. Okay. So first write down the given equations. Root 2x plus root 3y is equal to 0, and root 3x minus root 8y is equal to 0. Okay, and when you observe these two equations, here the coefficients are irrational numbers, so be careful on that. You follow the same step. This is the equation 1 and this is equation 2. Okay, so from the first equation we obtain x in terms of y. So here the first equation is root 2x plus root 3y is equal to 0. So when I transpose this y term to right side, then root 2x is equal to minus root 3y, and from this x is equal to minus root 3y by root 2. Okay, now substituting this x in equation 2. Okay, so it is equal to root 3 into, here the second equation is root 3x minus root 8y is equal to 0. So in this second equation, instead of x, here I am taking this value minus root 3y by root 2. So it is, that implies root 3 into minus root 3y by root 2 minus root 8y is equal to 0. So when I simplify this, root 3 into minus root 3y, root 3 into minus root 3y, minus root 3 into root 3, 3y by root 2 minus root 8y is equal to 0. So when we find the LCM of these two, here the root 2 is the LCM and the numerator is minus 3y minus root 2 into root 8, root 16. Root 16 value 4, so minus 4y is equal to 0. So minus 3y minus 4y is equal to, so when I transpose this root to right side, 0 into root 2, it is equal to 0. So minus 3y minus 4y, it is equal to minus 7y is equal to 0. Okay, so from this y is equal to 0. Okay, now substitute this y in equation 3. This is equation 3. Substituting y equal to 0 in equation 3, then we get x is equal to minus root 3 into 0 by root 2, minus root 3 into 0 by root 2, it is equal to 0. That means here the solution is x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Okay, and once we observe the given pair of linear equations, root 2x plus root 3y is equal to 0 and root 3x minus root 5 is equal to 0. Okay, do you observe anything? So in these two equations, constant term is missing. In case if you are solve a pair of linear equations without the constant term, there is no doubt the solution is 0, 0. That means the graphs of two linear equations are intersect at origin only when the constant terms are missing in that two equations. That is the most important point. And when you come to the next one, here next two equations are 3x by 2 minus 5y by 3 is equal to minus 2 and x plus 3 plus y by 2 is equal to 13 by 6. Okay, first write down the given equations. 3x by 2 minus 5y by 3 is equal to minus 2. And the second equation is x by 3 plus y by 2 is equal to 13 by 6. Okay, so when you observe these two equations, all coefficients are and all terms are rational coefficients. Okay, first you change that rational coefficients to integral coefficients by multiplying with a constant. Here first equation is completely multiplied by 6 and the second equation also is completely multiplied by 6. Why? Because here the LCM of the denominators of the first equation 2 comma 3 is 6. So the LCM of the denominators of the all terms 3 to 6, LCM is 6. So I multiplied these two equations by 6 only. So that implies 3x by 2 into 6. 2, 3, 6, 3 times. So 3 into 3, 9x minus 3, 6, 2 times. 2 into 5y, 10y is equal to minus 2 into 6. It is equal to minus 12. So this is the first equation. And when you multiply the second equation by 6, x by 3 into 6, 3, 6, 2 times. So 2 into x, 2x plus y by 2 into 6, 2, 6, 3 times. 3 into y, 3y is equal to 13 by 6 into 6, 6, 6 cancel, it is equal to 13. This is the second equation and follow the same steps. From 1, 9x is equal to minus 12 plus 10y and then x is equal to minus 12 plus 10y by 9. Okay, now substituting x in equation 2. So here the second equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 13. So 2 into minus 12 plus 10y by 9 plus 3y is equal to 13. And when you simplify the left side part, 2 into minus 12 minus 24 plus 20y by 9 plus 3y is equal to 13. And the LCM of the left side part is 9 and the numerator is minus 24 plus 20y plus 9 into 3y, 27y is equal to 13. And when you transpose this 9 to right side, minus 34 plus 20y plus 27y is equal to 47y is equal to 9 into 13, 117. And when you transpose this minus 24 to right side, 47y is equal to 117 plus 24. Then 47y is equal to 117 plus 24. It is equal to 141. And y is equal to 141 by 47. Simplify it. And then y is equal to 3. 47, 141, 3 times. So then y is equal to 3. Now substituting this y in equation 3. This is the third equation. Okay, so x is equal to minus 12 plus 10y means 10 into 3 by 9. No, sorry, by 9. Yeah. So x is equal to minus 12 plus 30 by 9. X is equal to 18 by 9. So x is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3 is the solution of this pair of linear equations. Let's stop here. Remaining sums will continue in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.